Hello there. It's a good thing I set the stream up yesterday so I could just wake up and go live. Um, it's been a struggle waking up. I actually woke up like an hour ago. I fell asleep again, woke up half an hour ago. And yeah, I'm good now. I'm good. Yeah, it's been very busy at work. It's actually been busier than Christmas. And it's been really bad. And Friday's the worst day of the week. And I've worked Monday to Friday this week, so my legs just finished and aching. On top of that, I did an hour overtime last night, and then I went McDonald's after because I was so hungry. Um, so I got home maybe like 1:30 in the morning. uh, so yeah, I couldn't sleep straight away. Yeah, but yeah, it's 10:44 now. I'm good. I'm still. I mean, I'm tired to be honest, but I'll wake up for AFL. This is a pretty good game. I think Gold Coast obviously looks stronger than ever this season. You know, they may not have ever looked this good, but I feel like they need to be tested more. And I think there's a good test. Obviously, it's in Darwin, and I think they tend to do well in Darwin, don't they? I think they have a good record here, at least recently, anyway. Um, Having said that, the Bulldogs are playing very well. They're playing good football, getting some good wins. This could be a really good test for both sides. And even though I tipped Gold Coast, goal for Gold Coast, first goal of the game. Even though I tipped Gold Coast, I think this game could swing either way. I think it could be quite a good close game, and we'll see if that's the case. So far, quite low scoring. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. Hello, Ben. How you doing? Hey, Ben. We're equal on points. We're first and second until tomorrow, probably, because Brisbane will probably smash North. It feels nice up here. It feels really cool. Wow. Is it always this nice up here? Let me know what you're doing. Bulldogs has got to go. In our next 5 games, we're playing Gold Coast and Darwin. Then we got Brisbane at home. Then we got Collingwood. Ooh. Then we got the Bulldogs. Ooh. Then we got Adelaide. That's before our next bye round. So I made a community post like 10 minutes ago. I think we're going to find out how good Hawks really are in the next 5 rounds. Because, like, I'm not actually convinced by us yet. And obviously I'm a Hawks fan, so you'd expect me to be optimistic. But you guys know I'm pessimistic. That's what supporting Arsenal your life does to you. Uh, um, I think apart from my win against the Giants, like our last 3 wins were against bottom 4 sides. Sydney, who are low on confidence. Carlton had a bad start to the season. Essendon, who are just Essendon. I think the Giants was our only impressive win. So I think in the next 5 rounds we find out who are the Hawks. Are they a threat to in the finals or are they not? I think we find out. What happened to Schultz? Obviously, I didn't watch the game. What was this incident? Half a quarter is gone. Only the 2 goals. I still remember last year. Gold Coast Geelong. How many points I scored in that game? Am I still saying goatees? Oh boy. I don't know what you're talking about. That's clearly photoshopped, mate. Yeah, it's Adobe After Effects. I clearly said go Hawks twice. Where's everyone else right now? No idea, mate. No one was on Discord this morning, so maybe they're all out. It is Saturday. Now we're behind. There are 5 people here right now. I'm wondering where the other 3 are. They're just silently watching over the stream. Rioli. Go. There we go. Second goal for Gold Coast. Slow start to the game. But the Suns extend their lead. Very nice finish as well. Gold Coast free. Must be so hot. Yeah, I've just checked because I've been kind of like monitoring. I've been monitoring their weather because I want to visit Darwin next year. So I'm trying to find out like a good time to visit when it starts getting sunny over there. It was rainy there until about 2 weeks ago, but yeah, I just checked right now. It's 32 degrees, and it's nighttime as well. Hello, Ethan. How are you doing? Are you going to the game, Ethan? Or maybe messaging from the Oval. I assume also that's why Ravino isn't here. I assume Ravino's at the game as well. There's the 2 South Australians in the chat. October's a dry season. Yeah, I looked that up as well. I think I might visit in May next year because GTA 6 comes out end of May, and I'd like to be home for that. I'll probably be playing that for months, to be honest. There we go. Post. Dogs can't get their second. 12 minutes till that game starts. I'll be sure to remember to turn it on. That means it's 11 a.m. That was a good goal. That was a very good goal. Now, I was talking about how this could be a close game at the start. The Dogs haven't quite woken up. What a goal, Kennedy. That's how you get your team back in the game. Hopefully that wakes them up, because I want a close game here. What a goal that was. That was incredible. Both their goals have come straight from the bounce. Both of their goals have come straight after a Gold Coast goal. Which is good if you can score for like that, but the fact that their only goals have come from that might be an issue. They need other avenues to find the way through. How many points do I think? I don't know, mate. I think this... At the start, I said this game could go either way. So I'm going to wait until... I'm going to wait and see what the Bulldogs do. They went straight on the attack as well after that bounce, but they didn't quite... Oh, here they are again. They got it back. They lost it. Mark for the Dogs. There's a mark... There's straight for the centre bounce. Excuse me. This could be their third goal, straight after the centre bounce. Riley West has got the goal. Only 9 points now. It was a bit bigger than that a couple minutes ago, even a minute ago, I think. They scored 2 goals very quickly. Oh, he didn't get the mark there. He was so close as well. They want the free there. Need my opinion of Derm? He over talks. Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Here come the dogs again, 34 seconds to go. Mark. Yeah, I was going to say, someone needs to tell him there's 30 seconds left. Someone's put the board up from the bench. That's good. Excuse me. It didn't work. It's behind though. There's a siren. 8 points. Next game is just 3 minutes 16 seconds away. Could still be that high scoring game that I was referencing between Gold Coast and Geelong last year. Love how they advertise Sunday and there's only one game that's like really exciting. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to mute the Suns game because I want to keep watching it. I am going to keep watching it, but I'm going to watch the showdown with sound on and the Suns game without sound on. Should be fun. Yeah, website says 1 minute left, and then the broadcast says 1:20. So now I'm wondering if one of the clocks is wrong or if the broadcast is behind. It shouldn't be because normally the scoreboard updates on time when I see a goal. So maybe it's just a weird time thing. Plus, when it counts down to 0 on AFL website, the game does not start. It starts like 2 minutes later. So, not the best parameter. Even the Crows fans are doing their tear us apart. That was cool to experience in person. That was cool to experience in person. I was standing. You were there. Colliding. They will never, ever tear us apart. You know, until Gather Round, I never noticed the away fans joining in with that. Now I notice it every time. I'm just like, oh, even the Crows fans do it. I never noticed that detail. I'm pretty sure it's not a new thing that away fans join in with Never Tear Us Apart. Almost a very good start for the Crows, but Tex Walker fumbled it a bit. Love how he tried to play on when the ball was clearly out of bounds. I appreciate. I respect the hustle. Well, first point of the game goes to the Crows. Showdown 57. I see on the screen. Mark for the Crows. Inside 50. Exactly 50 meters out. It is missed. It was going out on the full, but I was touched behind. Suns game has restarted, second quarter. About 30 seconds in. Oh, what a mark. One-handed. Another mark for the Crows. Similar angle to last time. But it was kind of one-handed. When we were both hands, we would call it a one. It probably wasn't his intention. I see the Dogs have a goal. See the replays on that. Go Adelaide. First blood. So far, the Crows have been better. As expected, they've been better all season compared to Port. But, yeah, Collingwood have not... I just said Collingwood. Port have not attacked at all. Yet in this game. Collingwood would have scored by now. That celebration. Gold Coast or Gold Post? They've hit the post. I saw in the corner of my eye they had a big chance. Post. Free kick for Adelaide. There we go. Chance to get first points on the board. A very scoreable angle. A very goalable angle. Got to do a bit better than that if they want to win this game. Why couldn't they start this slow against Hawthorn for flip's sake? They were so motivated against us because of the finals game last year. What about your local rivals, mate? That you hate each other? Alright. Is he going to go for a shot here? That's not a goal. Touch behind for the Crows. Ben, are you going to be watching Backlash tonight? Well, it won't be tonight for you, it'll be tomorrow morning, won't it? But I'm just curious. I'm so glad I'm not working today. If I was working today, I would have not been able to watch this game because I would have had to leave at 3/4 time. That's why I couldn't do Thursday's game because it was too late in the day. Another big mark. Closer now. Phil Thorpe. Second kick within a minute or something. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. It may have been closer, but it was a bit more of an angle. That was a really good goal there. Well, the first half of the first quarter has been the Crows. the Crows game. Still plenty of quarters left. Well, 3/4, 3.5 quarters. Still plenty of time left is what I meant. I've just seen the Bulldogs play kick out in the full. Hello, Danny Paul. Welcome. Next week will be a good game. Yeah, it'll be a very good game. Has been one of the games of the season last 2 years, right? At the MCG. And what is Phil Thorpe doing there? Umpire did not say tackle for that one, did they? Free kick to Port. Ah. How did Essendon win today? Probably by scoring more points than their opponents. That's normally how you win. There we go. That's Port's first goal of the game. Game one. They've not really been in the game until now, so this goal should spur them on. There's been no goal scored in the second quarter over in Darwin. It's behind. Opportunity now as well. Another free kick for Port. They can be within 2 points. Suns have a mark as well. They could almost both kick at the same time. Gold Coast kick goes first. Gold Coast have scored a goal, and so have Port Adelaide. Those goals are like 2 seconds apart. I was kind of watching both. I'm just like, who's gonna kick it first? The Gold Coast player marked it after the Port Adelaide free was given, but he kicked it first. Both games fairly close, which I like. Although I kind of wish the Gold Coast game was a bit more higher scoring. Well, that's like rock, paper, scissors. You know, rock smashes scissors, but somehow it loses to paper. We don't know why, but some things do not need to be explained, I guess. This scoreline is much better to Port Adelaide because obviously the Crows are all over them for a lot of this quarter. But they got a couple goals, and now all of a sudden, we got a game. I got a drink before the stream started. I'm not not drunk at all. Forgot it existed. The football's too good to remember. That means it's 11:30. There's only one Saturday game next week. I mean, Saturday night game, I mean. This is just 4 Saturday games, I mean, like, there's only one Saturday night game. You're telling me Sydney Carlton made Friday night, but Collingwood Adelaide is on Saturday afternoon. You're having a laugh. In fact, every game on Saturday is better than Sydney Carlton. Even GWS Fremantle. Opportunity for the Crows to extend the lead again here. Well, that's not a goal. Wait, what? $50-meter penalty for Adelaide. For what? What was that for? I'm confused. Someone explained that. What was the 50-meter penalty for? They just got given a free goal. I don't even hear any Port fans booing either, so I'm just confused at this point. Honestly, my head hurts from the grammar in the chat right now. Crows could have done something else there. It's a behind. They could have sneaked a goal in. Gold Coast have a kick right now. Kind of glancing over to see if he gets the goal. Ben King. Goal for Gold Coast. They're 13 points ahead. 5:22 on the clock in that game. 3:06 on the clock in the Adelaide Oval. Yeah, Ravina's probably had this game, yeah. Not far off a mark. Bulldogs have a goal. Mark. Why has he pushed him there? Why has he pushed him there? What are you doing, you idiots? You big stiff idiots. What on earth was that? What was that for? Poor Adelaide get a mark and he just decides, let me push him over. Yeah, let's give him a 50-meter penalty. Yeah. Let's give Port a free goal. You know, we got a free goal, let's give Port one. For flip's sake. What on earth was that? Sometimes I just don't understand when people do stupid stuff like that. Like, if somebody gets a mark in front of you inside 50, what is the point in pushing them over? What is the point? It's possible he could have missed a shot. Even though it was a very goalable shot. Porter missed a few easy shots in this game. He could have missed a shot. Instead, he gives him an easy in front of goal kick. What an idiot. I'm so confused. What goes through your mind when you do that? What goes through your mind? I don't understand. Yeah, he's got a mark. Let me just shove him over. What's the point? What's the point? I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. A minute left. 4 minutes in the in Darwin. If there's enough stoppages in the Darwin game, we could get the second quarter in Adelaide before half time. Unlikely, but you know. You know who I wish was playing? Eddie Betts. Imagine the goals from the pockets. Ah, Crows would be 30 points ahead by now. Well, at least Hinkley has more hair than Nix. You know, that's a win. See, when you're both bald, having a bit of hair can be a flex. Six seconds on the clock. 5, 4. There's enough time for a mark as a Collingwood game showed last week. No mark though, no mark. 3 points at quarter time. 2:48 to go in Darwin. You know what? I won't unmute it. I'll just watch it on mute. Why are Kath and Jack Revolt at a bar? It's quarter time and on Fox you got Jack Revolt at a bar talking about the game. It's not an actual bar, it's a studio, but like they got a bar in front of him and it's just Jameson. A great advertising opportunity there. Oh, advertising wildlife, that's nice. That's an advertisement for hair. They just advertised hair by showing wildlife videos of mother animals protecting mother kids. There was even a clip of lions attacking a buffalo. That is the most random Mother's Day advert I've ever seen in my life. There was even a lion fighting hyenas in one of the clips. Yeah, Mother's Day hair. For flip's sake. I got too distracted there. I was meant to be watching the Gold Coast game. 1:29 on the clock. I can see the 100 men winning, but your reasoning makes no sense, Dynamic Paul. Some of them would die. At least 10 men would die. And some would run away because they would see other men die and they'd be like, you know what, I'm out of there. I'm out of here. So it wouldn't be like, oh, all 100 men lay on top of it. It would kill some of them first. And some of them be like, mentally like, okay, I just witnessed this thing break these men in half, I'm off. So if the men win, there'd be a lot less than 100, I think. They'd have to bloody poke it in the eyes or something. Or down under, but that depends what gender. I got a better question. 100 gorillas or 2009 Randy Orton? Now that's a fight. I think it's important to note as well that not everyone's going to hit it at the same time. We're talking about 100 men and one gorilla. I feel like obviously they're not going to all hit it at the same time, so that's also going to be a thing as well. Okay, out of nowhere. Oh no, he's going to punt him. He's going to kick him in the head. By God, Randy Orton. I can't do a WWE commentator impression. Alright, second quarter's about to start. Right, Port would be ahead for the first time if he kicks this. Finlayson. To behind. Sorry, I had to double check the ladder. I just realized S and an eighth. When did that happen? Post for the Crows, almost. Bro, what on earth was that bounce? But that was insane. Porter ahead. Bro, the way that ball moved. First of all, it's a really tough place to kick it from, but it bounced right in front of the post, well, to the left of the post, and then it bounced inwards towards the goal, around the Crows player trying to stop it. That was insane. That was the what if the St Kilda 2010 goal went in. It bounced in a similar spot to that St Kilda behind in that grand final. On the other side, on the left side rather than the right side. Except it bounced the right way. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Power Pepper. He's one of my favourite Port players. Goal for the Crows, I think. No. Port claiming it's touched. We shall find out. I love how the post is KFC. To be fair, that is touched. That is touched. That is actually touched, to be fair. That's a good review. They finally give us the right angle first. That's great. Port Adelaide are just like, you know what? we feel bad that ball was touched. We'll give him a free goal anyway. So many errors in this game from both teams, man. Like, what's going on? They just gave, you know what? They just said, you know what, Crows, have a free goal. We don't want to be ahead. We don't want to be in the lead. Why couldn't they play this bad against Hawthorn, for flip's sake? Started so slow today, giving Crows a couple free goals. But against Hawthorn, ugh, flipping, how many points did they score in the first half? Flip's sake. Oh wow, and got a mark straight away. Excuse me. Our port's back ahead. Yeah! They are. Two points. The lead for Ports. Excuse me. Big mark for the Crows. Well, I could be going goal for goal this quarter. Neil Bullen. Goal. Crows back ahead again. We've had a quarter of the second quarter. Don't know why that's relevant. Phil Thorpe mark. He's been pretty good at that this game, getting us inside 50s. He's always in the right positions for it. Phil Thorpe. It's a goal for the Crows. 10-point lead. Not quite goal for goal like it has been most of this quarter. That means it's midday. 12 o'clock. There's also 12:49 on the clock. Straight into the straight into Sean Burgoyne. He stands there like mouthing off to you. Great commentary, mate. Phil Thorpe, another mark, of course. This time outside 50. Kicks it to Tex. Tex Walker has a mark now. Well, let's see if he can get his goal. Tex misses. What on earth was that? what on earth was that, bro? It was missed as soon as he kicked it. It could have been further ahead there. Probably should have been. Another mark for the Crows here. Here they come again. They're at the halfway point. Now they've lost possession. Brilliant. Port Adelaide free. Yeah, he's to be a commentator. That's cool. Which be commentating a grand final? That would be awesome. Which grand final are we aiming for? Let's set a target. How early are we thinking? 28? Or are we thinking further ahead into the future? Peter Drew, the AFL. Sounds good. Ooh, that's a good mark. Right, the third quarter is just the second half. Yeah, the third quarter has just begun in Darwin, and there's 9:17 on the clock in Adelaide. That's where we're at with both games right now. Gold Coast have already got a goal straight away. 19 seconds gone in the second half, and Gold Coast got a goal straight away. That's out of the full, I think. Oh, it's a mark. A North versus Essendon grand final. Versus Essendon. You've been waiting a long time, mate. My days. Power Pepper mark. That was a brilliant goal, that. That was a brilliant goal. 5 points now. One of the best goals of the game. There's been some great ones. Port have equalled Western Bulldogs total in this game. Port have still not. Actually, they have. I was going to say it's still not led yet, but they have a couple times to score. Scores level if Port Adelaide kick this. Scores are not level. They could be level in Darwin. They are level in Darwin. 50-50. The game is literally 50-50. Do I think Adelaide could be an underdog making the prelim this year? I don't know, to be honest, because I feel like they're actually a pretty good team. So I'm not sure I'd be surprised if they got to the prelim. But that would be a very good season for them. So maybe it also depends who gets there as well. Who else gets there? I've just seen the worst miss of all time. I did glance over the screen. But Bulldogs are ahead though. Excuse me. Head by a point. What was that from Port? .3:34 on the clock in Adelaide, 16:22 in Darwin. You think if 3 of the teams in the prelim will be Collingwood, Geelong and Brisbane, and some team from outside of the top 4? Yeah, that's not a bad prediction. That's pretty good. I hope it's not Collingwood and Geelong. One of them making it is too much for me. Too much stress. Let alone both. .158 on the clock. Massive tackle that. Goal saving tackle. Don't give it away, Crows. They need to give him more options, to be honest. Like, what on earth? His best option was next to their own goal. Holding the ball, eh? Exactly a minute on the clock. I've noticed Gold Coast scored a goal, I didn't see it. Instead of bounce just happened. 1 minute on the clock and 14:10 in the Gold Coast third quarter. Finn Layson gets the goal with 38 seconds to go. Port ahead by a point. Adelaide advantage. Oh, Tex almost got a mark there. Port win the ball back. Close the opportunity there. Oh, another goal for Gold Coast. I saw that goal. Gold Coast 2 goals ahead. Mark on the siren, just before the siren. Crows could be ahead here at half time. Two relatively close games, which is good to see. He's got it. It looked like he missed from that angle, but Rochellia's got it. Decent game so far. Still got a whole half of it left. And now I'm going to turn the sound on the game in Darwin, because Gold Coast have another set shots. They just scored 2 goals. They got another one. 69 for Gold Coast. Wow, they're 3 goals ahead. The amount of goals in the Gold Coast game in the third quarter. By the time it's 3/4 time, I think the second half could potentially start. There's been that many stoppages. Goal for Western Bulldogs, straight from the centre bounce. Scored a few goals like that today. So, Gold Coast. I got a new gorilla question. Port Adelaide are replaced with gorillas. 22 gorillas against West Coast in the grand final. But Ken Hinkley is coaching the gorillas. Who wins? Yeah, my mind goes to weird places sometimes. Change the Grizz win with Ken. Wow, Ken Hinkley winning a flag. That's crazy. Like I supposed to be all dead, but Harley Reid will try and win the game on the siren, but will miss it and get eaten by 20 gorillas plus Ken Hinkley. Gorillas don't eat meat, to be fair, but they might beat him to death. Another goal for the Dogs. It was 3 goals not too long ago. Now it's just a 1-goal lead. 10:05 on the clock. This has been a high-scoring third quarter. The game's starting to get really good. "22 Gorillas" or 2,000 Essendon. With only 1 loss all season. Behind for the Gold Coast Suns, 10-10-70 to 9-9-63. Quite the scoreline. "9:20 on the clock. The showdown ready could be back on by 3/4 time. That'll be too old. Fair enough. James had to come out the stands, stop kicking goals until beating Eton by Ken. Right. Free kick to the Bulldogs. $50-meter penalty. What was that? Gold Coast had a mark, they just... Those two kids were funny in the crowd. Love how the commentators joined in. Nah, he had prior. No, he had time. Big mark from Gold Coast. They got it downfield very quick. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Fair play to Gold Coast. Messi, Ronaldo. Messi, Ronaldo, one gorilla. Lawrence Franklin. One lion, one elephant, five assassins, or one Randy Orton. What weapons do the assassins have? Because if you take the assassins out, the elephant wins. The elephant stomps them all to death quite easily. They'd have to team up to take the elephant down. It takes about 20 lions to take down an elephant, so... And I think you need weapons as well, because it's an elephant after all. Five minutes to go. The lead assassin has a rocket launcher. If he shoots the elephant, then the assassins win. Behind Farm Free. His trunk is a machine gun. Then an elephant wins anyway then. It's already OP as it is without weapons. And they're more ruthless as well when you piss them off. Did you hear about the elephant in Africa who it killed a woman and then they went to a funeral to crush her body? Because she did something to it. I don't know what she did to it, but yeah. Was it Africa or India? I can't remember. One of the two. Good tackle as well from Tim English. Oh, Gold Coast got it back. Mark for Gold Coast. If they get this goal, it's a good lead. 2:22 on the clock. Not 22. The quarter's not been that long. Big goal if he kicks this. Oh, it's in. It's in. What a goal. It looked wide at first, but he kicked it perfectly. 1:47 on the clock. There's been a few goals from centre bounce in this game, so I'm very intrigued to see what happens from this one. I've got a question actually. It's not original. It's been done before, but an hour to survive a wild animal. You're taking a croc, a bear, a lion, or a tiger. Am I drinking Prime? No, I'm drinking ginger beer. Old Jamaica style. Behind for Gold Coast. 30 seconds to go. Second half's about to start in the showdown. I actually want to listen to the rest of this third quarter before I turn sound back on. But the bounce is about to happen right now. 20 seconds left. May not be any more scores. We're going to have constant football for the rest of the stream. There's a siren. Right, 12 seconds into the showdown, second half. Let's put the sound back on. Hello JD, how you doing? But Adelaide 3 doesn't count. How's my tipping going? No idea. Two right, two wrong. That's before these games. Currently, one right, one wrong with the current scores. So 3 right, 3 wrong as it stands. One game obviously very close. No, I tipped Gold Coast. Used to get one right tomorrow. Probably two. I think Brisbane will beat North as well. But yeah, Richmond will probably beat West Coast. That's my Gordon. My Gordon was on Richmond. I think eventually West Coast play North, and I'm contemplating if I'm still in the gauntlet at that point, I've got to put the gauntlet one of those teams, and it's like, I don't know what to do, because West Coast are awful, and North are better, but North keep finding a way to lose games, so it's just like, oh, that's a big risk right there. You don't believe in Gold Coast? Well, it's not Santa Claus, mate. What's going on? You're not hallucinating them being in the AFL. Yeah, but I took a risk tipping Port, but rivalries can be quite close, and well, it is quite close to be fair. Say their name and they appear. I believe in Gold Coast Suns. Not many people get that reference. Ben would appreciate that if he was still here. They always mess up and never make the 8. Pretty much like and they lose the game they should win. Here come Port Adelaide. And it's a behind. I think the only positive is almost beating Essendon. Almost. You were close. The game's at which oval? North v West Coast is in round 13. It is that. Where is Hans Oval? Do you guys not also have like Ninja Stadium? I don't know. You had like 3 stadiums. What's going on? Don't be greedy. South of WA. What, north of a stadium, north of a home, have a home game being played south of WA? My head hurts. Ooh, good smother there, good smother. Potentially stopping a port inside 50. Free kick Crows for whatever reason. Bounce has just happened for the fourth quarter in Darwin. And just name is Blundstone. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So what's hands oval? Is this the first time you're playing hands oval? 50-metre penalty to Port Adelaide. Port fans a bit happier than they were a few seconds ago. I've just seen Gold Coast. Oh, did they have? I thought he missed. Goal for Gold Coast. Big lead now. And a goal for Port Adelaide. Now, both my tips are correct at the moment. San to deal with WA to have 2 games in WA for the next few seasons. See, I was thinking about tipping you because you're the home team, but now I'm thinking you got to travel to WA with the West Coast already there. Are there any decent ovals outside of Optus in Perth? I'm just curious. I've always thought about if it would work if Perth had a certain version of Gab around. Pow Pepper. Go! Damn the roar. That's the loudest the oval's been all day. All night. All day for me. Some soccer stadiums. Yeah, but that's rectangular. They need ovals. They need ovals, no? Doesn't New Zealand have a NRL game as well? NRL team, I mean. Imagine a New Zealand AFL team. That'd be hilarious. The Wacker. Yeah, I've been past the Wacker. That is another oval. I reckon they could run it, maybe. Optus is good enough to host like 6 games, probably. I was thinking to myself, it would be cool because obviously the Perth teams have got to travel. They got to fly like 4 hours every 2 weeks, each way. And it's like, oh, let's give him a round. Let's give him their own round. Why not? That's a miss for Port. Could have been further ahead. Been on fire last few minutes. Just had 30 games there in the 90s. Goal for Western Bulldogs. 21 points there. 16:29 on the clock. All to play for. Yeah, that just means the time doesn't change, right? So what is it, Queensland as well that don't change time? Or is it another state? There's another state that doesn't change time. Time zones depend on like lines on a map, right? So like the world map, there's like, I mean, it'll be on Google somewhere, but it'll be on Google Images or something. Just search time zones map. It's just big world map, and there's just some lines, multiple lines. Each line is a new time zone. It's quite interesting. It's just a map with like these lines. So like the UK can be like in the same time zone as like a place in Africa because they'll be in the same line that goes all the way down from the top to the bottom, from the Arctic Circle to Antarctica. It just got to be directly north or south of you, basically. It's never 10 hours behind, mate. It's either 9 or 11. Right now it's 9 hours. Then for the other half of the year it's 11. Go for the Crows! 3 points. The US depends on the state though. The US has like 4 time zones. Like Los Angeles is 3 hours behind New York, for example. Hello, Toast Malone. Not sure why your first comment is Ross Lyon, but welcome. Are Arsenal playing today? No? No, I think we are actually, yeah. No, we're not. Wait. No, we're playing tomorrow. Yeah, we're playing tomorrow. We are playing tomorrow. Also, women are playing. They're drawing 1-1 right now. I was gonna go to the game and decide not to. But yeah, we're playing Liverpool tomorrow. Darcy Burn-Jones out on the full. Across the face. Did I watch Championship playoffs? No, but I know Sheffield United are feeling up. They'll definitely finish it off second leg. I didn't see the other score, but it was 0-0 when I checked it. That was during the game, though. £20 in Darwin, 13:05 on the clock. Sunderland 2-1. That's good. I want to see him back in the Prem. Adelaide want the 50 for that, but they'll take the mark. He better kick this. After that run up. Crows back ahead. Meanwhile, the Gold Coast Suns have a kick as well. And they've missed. Western Bulldogs still in the sniff. 11:50 on the clock in that game. That means it's 1 o'clock. Oh, that's high, isn't it? I'm so hungry, bro. There's no food here. Noble in Darwin has put Gold Coast further ahead. 9:30 on the clock. 9:29. It's looking good for Gold Coast right now. And it looks okay for Adelaide because they got a mark themselves. Here we go. Goal for the Crows. I'll be right back. I need a toilet quite badly. Sorry about that, guys. My granddad's here, so I've went to go to the toilet and I'm just like, oh, granddad's in there. Right. I've not missed any goals then. Horn Francis, what a goal. That was a loud roar for that one. Meanwhile, the Dogs need 5 goals. It's a lot to do in 7 minutes. Goal for the Bulldogs. They're still in it. They need 4 goals in 6 minutes 25. Ball is loose. I agree with the Port fans on that. I think that should have been out in the full. Bulldogs got another goal. 16 points, 5:41 on the clock. Bro, the game in Darwin is really good as well. Let's go. "20 seconds to go." Mark outside the 50. Should probably... Is he going to go for it? He's going to go for the kick. It's a long, long distance to kick this. I don't think he's getting a goal. Doesn't count. Oh, 2 points. I'm going to mute that for now and watch the end of the Darwin game. Bulldogs almost... They almost got another goal, Bulldogs. That would have been 10 points with 5 minutes left. 4 minutes on the clock. I might keep this game on sound until it ends, even to showdown restarts. Go Bulldogs! Go Bulldogs! 3:40 on the clock. 3:40 on the clock. 9 points. Oh my days. Gold Coast at one point were, I think, 27 points ahead in this quarter. With like, I think at the start of the quarter, I think. Straight from the bounce. Ooh, it's 50-50 who gets forward here. It's forward for the Dogs. Suns tried to escape. Here come the Dogs again. Bontempelli! Oh my days! Oh my days! 3 points, 3 minutes, 4 seconds. Bro, the Dogs are on fire at the end of this game. What's that, 4 goals in a row? Oh my days. Gold Coast needed 5 goals in about 7 minutes. They scored 4 of them in 4 minutes. Bro, what a game this is. Here come Gold Coast. Their first attack in quite a few minutes. Oh my days, it's out. It's completely across the face. Gold Coast had opportunity, but the shot was so wide. It stayed on, the play continued. It's a boundary throw now. 2:28 on the clock. Well, I said this game could go either way, and I was right at the start of the game. How good have the Bulldogs been over the past few weeks, man? They've been incredible to watch. Still not ahead yet, though. But if anyone's scoring the next goal, it's probably them. Gold Coast are just surviving right now. I know the showdown's restarted, but my focus is still on the Darwin game. Both games so close at the moment, man. You're focused on this game too. Yeah, this game's insane. Alright, Gokas have possession. We'll just kick it forward. All you want to do is kick it forward. Mark! No, he missed the mark. He dropped it. What? Why is he... Release it! Dispose! Oh my days. They could have gone inside 15 mark. He dropped it and he held on to the ball for too long. Just kick it forward, man. There we go. Is that a point? Yeah, it's a point. 100 points for the Suns. 40 seconds to go. Has to go forward now for the Dogs. Gold Coast fighting for every ball here. Bulldogs trying to hold on. Gold Coast got it back. Here we go. They've won it. Suns have won. There we go. There's a mark for the Suns. They've won. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go. Whatever happens with this kick, Gold Coast have won, but I'm going to keep the sound on until this kick happens. What a game this has been in Darwin. Fair enough. Second half it picked up massively as well. It was quite low scoring first half. Goal for the Gold Coast Suns. They win by 10 points in the end. Now I can completely switch to one game. And full screen. So we've been watching split screen until now. 17:46 left. Oh, Crow's got a point. Where'd they get that from? Well, I got my tip right in Darwin. That is a 120 alarm. Some of you know why there's a 120 alarm, some of you won't. Most of you won't. Fogarty, go! Nine points. That's what they call it, the Bunnings build-up. To watch the build-up to a goal. Some of these sponsor things, you know. Excuse me. Bless me. Good defensive mark. It's a good mark. It's a good play from Adelaide here. And it's a goal. "15 points. That was a very good team goal there. That came right from defence. That came right from a defensive mark in their own 50. That was a really good goal from the Crows. Great passage of play. Why would the Bulldogs be on the list? They lost by like 3 points, mate. Against Gold Coast and Darwin, who are very tough to beat over there. How has he not got that? Oh, what a finish! What a finish! Another goal for Adelaide. 21 points. What a finish that was. That's the 125 alarm. Some of you know why there's 125 alarm. For the first time tonight, I'm starting to wonder why I tipped Port Adelaide. We'll see if they can show me why I should have tipped them. No, 69 is back. Where's he been? He disappeared after quarter time. That was close. Crow's going to give the ball away there. Bulldogs' best team in the comp. I don't know about that one, but in the past month they've been incredible. They've been brilliant. I think they'll be a strong finals contender. Bulldogs top four. I think that can happen. Yeah, I think that's realistic. If they keep playing like they've been playing the past few weeks, yeah, they can be top four. A very good team at the moment. Even when they were losing a few weeks ago, they were still playing pretty well. So the wins would come eventually, especially with their players coming back. Collingwood, Geelong, Brisbane Bulldogs. Yeah, that's a realistic top four, I reckon. That could definitely happen. Adelaide. Adelaide, I'm not sure about them making top four. I think they can be in the eight. I'm not sure about the top four. I don't trust them enough for that yet. As for Hawthorn, we'll see after the next 5 rounds. We got some big games next 5 rounds. We'll see where we are because I feel like most of our wins have been like our last 3 wins have been against bottom four teams, um, and against inconsistent teams as well. That's the 1:30 alarm. After the next 5 weeks, I'll tell you if Hawthorn can make top four or not. 'But the Bulldogs every year they've been eliminated first week except for the flag and the grand final. That's an interesting statistic. Well, they've got to finish top four to break that curse. Because if they lose first week, they'll at least be their second week. You say Gold Coast will be lucky to make the eight, but look who's eighth right now. Gold Coast are better than everyone outside the eight except GWS, pretty much, and they're better than Essendon. So I feel like they can make the eight, but they might just make it rather than be in a strong position. 10:05 on the clock. Behind. That was almost a really good goal from Port. What a kick. Flipping heck, I did not have enough sleep last night. 7th and 8th could be anyone. Yeah, true. But I'm just looking at it right. Like, I don't think Sydney are gonna make it. I don't know about Port right now, to be honest. They got to really start winning games soon. St Kilda are not consistent enough for me to trust them. Fremantle are just frauds. Carlton, to be fair, played well on Friday, so we'll see how they do the next few games because they had a bad start. Sometimes a bad start could mess you up later in the season, so we'll see how they do. The Giants were strong at the start, have been falling off a bit. Essendon are Essendon. I don't think they'll stay in the 8. So then you got the 7 teams above that have it, that you'd think probably will make the 8. Just based on the fact that most of the teams below them are just not consistent enough to replace them. But there's a long time of the season left. Things could change. That's the 135 along. Last year, Hawthorn were 1-7. Hawthorn had 1 win, 7 losses last year. So one of the teams that's below the 8 could have a crazy run of form. Like it can happen. So, and obviously a team in the 8 could suddenly have a bad season. So we'll see. It's another miss with Port Adelaide. West Coast Eagles have 4 premierships, mate. They might be frauds this season. They're not frauds in general as a club. Plus, everyone knew West Coast would be bad. Like, people expect West Coast to be bad, and they are bad. People expect Freo to be in the 8. And look at them. That's what makes them frauds. They're supposed to be contenders, but they're pretenders. That's where the fraud part comes in. They're like a false image. You think they're going to be good, and then they're just not. It'd be funny if Gold Coast finished 5th and Essendon 8th. Gold Coast beat them. So, is that touched? Port Adelaide won a goal. That would be funny if every team won the final before Essendon. Umpire says touched. There's a big review here. Oh, it might have been touched. We need a closer angle than that. Ball deviates. It is a behind. $69 points for Ports. I feel like every team's reached that score at some point today. I'm pretty sure I saw a team get that in the other game. Both teams got it this game. I need to sneeze, but it's not coming out. I don't know what you mean, man. I put them 6th. which is still bad, but I didn't put them top 4. Let me see if I stuck my ladder saved on my notes. I should have. Yeah, I do. Well, my top 8 is Geelong, GWS, Brisbane, Collingwood, Hawthorn, Freo, Carlton, Gold Coast, Crows in 9th, Bulldogs in 10th. Some of those look bad. The rest of it, Port 11th, Saints 12th, Sydney 13th, Melbourne 14th, West Coast 15th, that's too high, Essendon 16th, that's a bad one, North 17th, Brisbane 18th. Oh, what have the Crows done here? Georgiades behind. That was a big opportunity, man. A huge opportunity. How did Port Adelaide mess that up? Crows gave possession away and Port could not capitalise at all. 10-10 70 to 13-10 88. Exactly 3 goals the margin. Could be a handy point, you never know. What on earth is that? That's out in the full. Port are back into the chance. That's the 140 alarm. Some of you know why that's an alarm. We've been treated to 2 great games today. Darcy Burn-Jones, 46 metres. He gets the goal. 2 goals. 4 minutes, 9 seconds. Plenty of time for 2 goals. As the Darwin game showed towards the end. It's enough time for 4 goals, actually. That's how many the Bulldogs scored in 4 minutes. He's over 2030. He's not for many premierships longer West Coast. Are you sure about that? Well, so they've won 28 showdowns each, and there's never been a draw. That's kind of crazy. Tasmania feeling fun up by Essendon. Well, relax, mate. I'm not even here yet. 77-88. 3:24 on the clock. 2-goal support wins the game. Unanswered, of course. .233 on the clock. Ball up. Well, we'll see how that works out, Paul. I may have just caused a big noise as I hit the mic. Apologies. 2:06 on the clock. 10 points. Finlayson, go! 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 The clock stops on 1:47. This is gonna have an intense ending just like Darwin did. If Sydney lose a grand final next year, they should just take a break from the AFL for a year. Oh, Port Adelaide, here they come. Port Adelaide versus Adelaide. KFC versus Hungry Jacks. Crows defensive mark. Hungry Jacks winning for now. 1:24 on the clock. He's got to pick the right option here. .109 on the clock. Butters free kick. 57 seconds. Here we go. 50 seconds. It goes in. Inside 50. Is there going to be a mark? There is, but it's for Adelaide. 39 seconds to go. He's just got to kick it somewhere where a Port player can't mark it. No mark for anybody there.
Is that out on the floor? It's not even going off. 17 seconds. That's an umpire throw. I mean, 70 seconds is enough to get the ball down. We saw that with Collingwood against Geelong last week. They had about 5 seconds to get it down from the centre bounce, and they did it. So it's worked out for the Crows. There we go. 10 seconds to go. It's a behind, but it won't matter. It's enough. There's a siren. Crows win by 5. So in both games, the losing team got very close. Got key goals towards the end. But in the end, lost to the team that was ahead most of the game. Well, Crows have now won more showdowns than Port. Damn. 2 great games, bro. So look, that's my reward for not putting myself through watching Fremantle being frauds on Thursday. By watching 3 great games. Friday was a good game, and today we got 2 great games. That was bloody brilliant. 2 amazing games, bro. Oh, hello, Don Jans. I didn't realise you were here. Who did I tip? I tipped Port Adelaide and Gold Coast. Got half my tips right so far. 3 right, 3 wrong. Wow, what a game and what a game. What a game, what a game. Decimus Swans was good. Yeah, it probably was. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch it. Ravina's 100% angry. He's going to complain about that score review, even though it was correct. I remember 2 weeks ago I was complaining about a score review that was like clearly touched, and he was like, that should be a goal. No, it was touch, mate. Be ranting on Discord. What if Hinkley becomes a Tasmania coach? Yeah, I think everyone who doesn't support Fremantle is a lucky person, to be honest. Lucky to be alive. Essendon flagged since 2001. Fremantle flagged since 2000, 0. Hinkley could go to Freo. Well, the fraud goes to the frauds, yeah? That could be something. So yeah, it has been fun today. I've had a good time. That's 2 very good games. 2 very good games that were brilliant to watch, with 2 great finishes as well. Maybe neither was quite as good as that Geelong Collingwood game, but yeah, we've witnessed some great games the past couple of weeks. There's been some incredible ones. But yeah, yeah, so they could have one flag in like 1960 or something, and they've still got more flags than Frio. That's crazy. But yeah, it's been fun today. No stream tomorrow, of course, because the games are too early. But next round, I should be live for Gold Coast Hawthorn, Sydney Carlton, and Bulldogs Essendon. So there should be some good games next week. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and hopefully by round 11. Hopefully, no promises. Hopefully by round 11, Stupid Idiots will return. Hopefully, that is the round I'm aiming for right now. Still working on second channel videos for this week and next week. But yeah, there we go. That was the stream. Thanks for watching, and my tipping video hopefully not be too late. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.